Hey babe, what's up?
I'm doing good, sweetie. You?
Just here, rounding up my work for today. You prepared for the dinner date tonight?
Of course. I've already picked out the dress I'm going to wear. Babe, it took me hours to select the dress.
Seriously? You didn't have to. You know you're gorgeous in anything you wear.
Aw, that's very sweet of you, but I'm going to meet your family for the first time ever. I want to make a good impression.
I love you. I can assure you that's all the impression that matters.
LOL, you're funny. You don't understand these things.
Don't worry, my parents will love you. They just want to meet the woman that captured my heart. And believe me, I'm so excited for you to meet them.
I'm excited as well, but scared. What if they don't like me?
Don't be silly. Why wouldn't they like you? Once you meet and get to know them, you'll be feeling right at home in no time.
Oh, I love you so much, Martin.
I love you too, hon. I've made plans already for tonight. By 7, the limousine will come pick you up. If you want anything, just tell the driver. He'll get it for you, okay?
Sure, babe. Now I need to fix my hair. Talk to you later.
Later, babe. Hey, baby. I've been trying to reach you since this morning. Betty?
Sorry, I was charging my phone when you called, and I've been a bit swamped with work today. I would have called you back, though.
It's okay. Just the silence made me think your night didn't go too well yesterday.
Well, did I?
Of course. What do you mean? My parents loved you.
Are you sure?
What? Of course I am. Where's all this coming from?
It's just that I can't shake off the feeling that I messed up big time last night, and now your parents hate me.
But you did nothing wrong. If anything, you were pretty impressive.
You really think so?
Yes, believe me. I would tell you if there was anything wrong.
I'm so much in love with you. I don't know how I'd survive if you were taken away from me.
Nothing is gonna take me away from you. I love you.
I just have this feeling that your parents weren't really thrilled with the match.
Yesterday was your first time meeting them, so it is understandable that it might seem that way. Just give them time to know you while you also get to know them. They'll come to love you as much as I do. Eventually. I promise.
Are you sure?
I am certain.
Okay then. I'm so glad I have you in my corner. It makes life so much easier and sweeter.
Same here, babe. I have to return to work, though. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Hey son, got a minute?
Sure. What's up, Dad?
There's something I want to talk to you about. You busy?
Not really. Should I come over?
It'd take an hour for you to get here. It'd be easier to do it here. It's quite urgent.
What's going on, Dad?
You know I love you and I'll always want what's best for you, right?
Dad, I know all this. What's happening?
I'll just come out and say it. This is about your girlfriend.
Betty? Did something happen?
It's about the night she came over for dinner.
Okay, what is it?
I'm sorry to say this, but
What? Why?
I don't trust that girl. I know you love her and this is gonna hurt you, but I must tell you the truth as your father. I believe Betty is just after your money.
What? Dad, how can you make such an accusation? You just call my girlfriend a gold digger?
I know all the signs, Martin, believe me, and I saw every single one of them in her yesterday.
What do you mean you know the signs?
I came from a wealthy background, and while growing up, I met plenty of girls who just wanted me for my money. They never really loved me. Luckily, I met your mother who genuinely cared about me, so I know a gold digger when I see one.
Dad, you can't just assume something like this without any proof.
Yesterday, I spoke to Steven, the chauffeur, and he mentioned how Betty was rude to him. She kept giving him orders and downright insulting him. She even told him she would lay him off as soon as she marries you.
I don't know what happened, but I'll talk to her about that. But even if she spoke to him that way, that's not enough reason to label her a gold digger. Besides, it's possible Steven did something to upset her.
I really think she's up to something, but there is one sure way to know.
What is that?
Test her loyalty.
What? I'm not doing that.
Boy, that's the only way to know the truth. If she proves she's not a gold digger, I will fully support your relationship.
It could also ruin my relationship if she's not. What if she finds out I tested her?
She won't. This will just be between the two of us. Are you game?
You're sure about this?
Yes, you'll thank me for it. You'll see.
Fine then, let's do it.
Baby, are you there?
My love, I'm here. What's up?
You busy?
For you? No. Why the sad emoji, though?
Things are really bad for me right now. I messed up big time.
What is the problem? Talk to me. How can I help?
My father and I had a huge fight. The situation got really heated and I said a lot of crazy things that I didn't mean. I apologize, but he's not letting the issue go.
Hold on. What did you guys fight over?
It doesn't matter. He's banned me from ever stepping foot in his house ever again.
What? That is cold. Why would he do that?
Because I said stupid things his son should never say to his father.
What about your mom? She was okay with him banning you?
Well, she can't change his mind. My father has always had a fiery temper and once he says something, nothing changes his mind. I believe he plans to keep me out, for real. I spoke to my mom and she told me he's changed all the locks in the house.
My god, this is serious.
I just don't know what to do.
Okay, just take a deep breath. I'm coming over now and we'll talk more about this. You're not alone, and I'm sure everything will go back to the way they were soon. Your father loves you. He won't let his only son suffer like this.
I don't know. He may never change his mind. I'm scared, Betty.
Just give me a couple hours. I'll be at your place.
Okay, thank you. Baby, are you online? Betty, I've been calling your phone for the past 20 minutes. Where are you?
I'm sorry, I was in the bathroom. I didn't hear it ring. What's up?
Things just got worse for me.
What do you mean? Does this still have to do with your father?
Yes, Betty, my dad completely cut me off. He's disowned me and cut me out of his will.
My god, can he really do that?
Yes, it's his money, so he can do whatever he wants with it. How could he do this to me, though? I'm his only child, for Christ's sake. Why would he leave everything to charity when I'm alive and well?
This is so unfair. You have to change his mind. Beg him on your knees if you have to. Will you just let him give away all those millions of dollars?
What can I do, Betty? It's his money and his mind's made up. I can't do anything to change it. This has destroyed me completely. I blame myself for speaking out of turn at my father.
Something has to be done, Martin. Don't just give up.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on myself. I'm no longer the son of a millionaire, so I'll cut down on a lot of things to save money. I'm sorry, but please bear with me. Once I get back on my feet, I'll continue spoiling you with the lifestyle you've been enjoying with me so far. I'm just asking for a little time.
Time? I'm still in shock that a father would do such a thing to a child he loves. So, what's your plan?
My mind is still scrambled, but I definitely have to keep on working. In the past, I was working just to keep busy, but now I have to work for a living. I've really fallen in life.
So, you're just going to accept defeat?
I'll work hard and make my own money. That's what I'll do. Just wait and see. Everything will work out in the end, I promise. Babe, you there?
Sorry, I need to step out now. Can we talk later?
Sure. Betty. Betty, answer me.
What is it? Stop burning up my phone. I'm trying to sleep.
Sleep? I've been trying to reach you and you've been ignoring my calls and texts. Why?
I've been busy, okay? The world doesn't revolve around you, Martin. So, can I sleep now?
How can you say that? You ghost me for 2 whole weeks and this is what you have to say for it?
What do you want me to say?
First off, why don't you tell me about the guy I saw you with at the restaurant this evening?
Restaurant?
Don't act dumb, Betty. I saw you with him.
Fine, so what?
Really? How can my girlfriend be openly going out with another man? You were all over him.
Martin, this might come as a shock to you, but you and I are done.
What?
I'm breaking up with you.
I know you don't mean that. We're happy and everything's going great.
I'm not happy, Martin. The truth is, I don't see myself being as patient as you want me to be. I've gotten used to the luxurious lifestyle you showed me, so I can't start from scratch again. I have moved on.
So, you're leaving me because I'm broke now? I thought you loved me.
I'm sorry, but this is goodbye. The guy you saw me with, we are already dating. He takes care of my every need, he makes me happy. Don't you want me to be happy? Don't you? Martin?
I'm just shocked, that's all. I guess my father was right.
Your father?
Yeah, all of this was a test. My father loves me too much to disown me. We never got into a fight. My dad saw you for what you truly are. He told me you're a gold digger, and I didn't believe him, but you just proved him right.
How dare you? You lied to me.
You betrayed me. I was really looking forward to proving my father wrong, but sadly, you made that impossible. Despite all your promises, the moment things went bad, you ran off to the next man.
You also promised you'll be in my corner. Why didn't you tell me of your father's suspicion?
I needed to find out if you were also in my corner.
I'm sorry, baby. It was all a big misunderstanding. I can explain. I don't know what came over me. I love you. You know I would never do anything to hurt you. Please give me a chance to make things right. Babe?
Goodbye. Dad, you were right. Betty is a gold digger.
Sorry about that, son. I know how much you loved her.
I still do. That's why it hurts so much.
So, what are your plans?
I've cut off all ties with her, blocked her everywhere. I'm moving on with my life, and she'll be nothing but a thing of the past.
This is good. You deserve the best, so be careful when taking a girlfriend next time. Just as there are wolves there are also good people who will genuinely care about you. When the time is right, you'll meet the one for you.
I don't think I'll ever love again.
Nah, give it time. The pain will be over and you'll experience true love.
Thanks, Dad.
Of course, Martin. I'll always want what's best for you. Never forget that.
Betty kept trying to get back with me, but that was never gonna work now after I'd seen her true colors. For the time being, I'll be staying away from romantic relationships, but I do hope to meet someone who genuinely loves me someday.
Hey, Andy, can I ask you for a favor? Can you buy some adult diapers for your dad on the way home?
Ugh, why do I have to do that? You go and buy them.
I can't leave the house today. Your dad is sick right now. Plus, your mother asked me to sort out the garage.
I don't want to buy them. Buying adult diapers is embarrassing.
Oh, come on, don't say that. There's not enough in the house, so please buy some.
It must be fine for you to leave the house for at least a bit. Don't worry about my parents. It's not like they've gone senile or anything. It doesn't take long to run out to the store, so they'll be fine in that time.
I would normally go by myself, but I can't leave your dad alone this time. Just before, he was trying to drink some water, and it went down the wrong way, and he started choking. Luckily, I was there, but if it happens again, it could be serious.
Then why don't you just get them delivered?
And pay for the delivery fees? The diapers themselves are already expensive enough as it is. We're already basically paycheck to paycheck, so I want to buy them as cheap as possible.
Why didn't you just buy a bunch and keep them in the house?
Well, he uses more of them than you'd expect. Especially now that he's sick and has an upset stomach. He was throwing up yesterday, right? Well, he threw up on the stock of diapers and ruined half of them. They're unusable now.
Then how about you ask someone else to go get them?
Someone else? Like who?
You could think about that. Surely there's someone you know who lives nearby.
Why don't you just buy them yourself? Then the problem's solved. Why are you being so difficult about this? It's not embarrassing at all.
I don't want the cashier to think that I'm the one who has to use adult diapers.
No one's gonna think that.
How do you know that? There's no way I'm going to get them. Don't expect them from me on the way home.
Fine, then when you get home, I'll go buy them. That way, you'll be there to look after your parents while I'm out of the house.
What? I'll be tired after work.
They're your own parents! Look after them for at least a little bit.
Shut up! I don't care. As soon as I get home, you better have some food ready.
Surely you can wait at least a little after you get back?
What's the point of you being a stay-at-home wife then? Why are you so bad at taking care of the home?
Hey, I'm taking care of your parents too!
So what? Looking after them, the housework, cooking, that's all work for the wife to do. I work outside of the house. You work inside it. Both just need to do what we're supposed to.
But there's no break from the nursing and the housework. It's day in, day out.
Having to leave the house and work with strangers all day is far more mentally tiring than that. Just having to do some chores and look after my parents? That's easy.
I didn't really want to say this, but your parents are kind of selfish. Or for whatever other reason, they're really strict with me. Having to look after them when they act like that, it makes it much harder.
Oh, so you're trying to say that you have it harder?
No, that's not what I mean. I just want you to understand that I'm also at my limit right now.
Is that so? Whatever. Gotta go back to work.
What about the diapers? Come on, Andy, I'm asking you, so please just go buy them. If not, I'll have to go before I make you dinner.
You're so stubborn! Anyway, I decided to go out drinking tonight. Don't expect me to buy them. I'll be home late anyway.
Hey, Andy, can you come home early today?
No, I can't.
Do you need to work overtime?
I'm going drinking with a client.
Going drinking again?
This is also one part of my job, you know.
You go out all weekend. And you've started drinking each weekday after work, too. Do you really expect me to do absolutely everything for your parents on my own?
That's your job, isn't it? Take responsibility for what you're supposed to do. By the way, the house has been really messy recently. And you've been making less food. Stop being so lazy with your duties.
I can't do anything properly when I'm caring for your parents all day.
Don't blame this on my parents. Who do you think is the one putting the food on the table?
I didn't like the way you said that.
I'm just speaking the truth.
You've really changed since we got married, haven't you? You've become really cold.
Don't compare now to when we were dating.
I knew that I'd have to look after your parents before we got married, but you also promised you would help. But you don't do anything.
I'm busy.
You're just going out all of the time. Last time I washed your suit, a whole bunch of business cards from bars were in the pocket too. Even though I'm doing the best I can to save money day to day. Do you really have money to go out drinking like that?
I'm not paying for my drinks. They're paid by someone else. I'm not spending our money on it.
Oh, really?
Something wrong?
Whatever, I don't care anymore. I wanted to talk to you about it at home in person, but I'll just tell you now. Your mother was diagnosed with dementia.
What? Dementia? Like she's gonna start forgetting everything and go senile?
Basically.
Seriously? I figured it happened sooner or later. But I guess it was sooner than I expected.
Maybe that's true. But I want you to think about putting her in an aged care facility.
It can't be that bad right now. So we can wait for now and keep her at home.
But we don't know how fast the dementia will progress. And it's not that easy to find a place in a home for her. We'll have to wait for a place most likely. There's a lot to research and sort out in order to get her a place, so we should do that as soon as possible.
I said it's fine. This year, just look after her at home. We'll think about putting her in a home next year.
It's really difficult to look after someone with dementia.
Well, you've got experience with that, right? Your grandmother also had dementia, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. That's exactly why I'm telling you that it's better to put her in a home.
I'm relying on your nursing skills. That's also one of the reasons I decided to bury you.
What? You chose to marry me based on that?
No, it wasn't just that. It was a big part of it, though. We got married pretty late, so it's natural to think about that, right?
That may be the case, but I really didn't want to know that.
Oh, really? I'd say that's something to be proud of, though.
Andy, I'm going to be clear with you right now. I have no intention of looking after your mother with dementia.
What are you talking about? I won't allow you not to.
Your mother has been getting really aggressive recently. She's always abusing me verbally and pinching me. She even started throwing things at me.
Come on, she's an old woman. How strong can she be? Don't worry about it too much.
She's much stronger than you think, Andy.
Look, if you have time to complain like this, why don't you go clean the house? Complaining without actually doing anything is something only lowlifes do, right? That's what I've been saying about the housework recently. Isn't it all a little half-assed?
How could you say something like that? I am doing absolutely everything I can.
Like what? I'm saying this exactly because you're not doing what you're supposed to. Now hurry up and do the housework. Having to care for my parents isn't an excuse to get out of that. Oi, where are you? I finally come home early and you're not around. Not even looking after my parents. Where'd you go?
As if you care.
What's with that attitude? My parents are yelling about something. Just hurry up and come back. And what about food? It looks like you haven't made anything.
There's cup noodles on the table. Why don't you eat that?
Watch it. Quit messing around. You really think it's fine to give your husband cup noodles for dinner? Don't think you'll get off easy if you do this again. Just hurry up and get back here. My parents are calling you, so go quiet them down.
Asking me to come back? What, you haven't realized yet?
What are you on about?
There's something else on the table, right? The green document?
What? Divorce papers? What the hell is this? Are you trying to tell me you want a divorce?
Yep. I can't live with you like this anymore.
Who's gonna take care of my parents?
Like I care. They're not my parents. After we get divorced, they're just complete strangers to me.
We're not divorced yet.
But we will be. If you don't sign the papers, I'll get the courts involved for a mediated divorce. You have 1 week.
You think you can decide on divorce in just 1 week?
Fine, I'll go through the courts. I never want to live with you ever again. I'm leaving.
What? Who do you think has been providing for you all this time?
What, for like a couple of years? We got married quite late. And I've been doing all the housework and looking after your parents. Who do you think has been making everything work?
Don't lump housework in with real work.
Both are work. Do you want to try to calculate which one of us actually worked more?
My parents are calling you.
I don't plan on coming back.
What, you're just gonna leave 2 elderly people who need care and go?
Oh, the people who have been abusing me even though I took care of them? I don't feel anything at all about leaving them. In fact, I want some thanks for all the time I spent caring for them up until now.
You're the worst. Even though we've lived together until now. Don't you feel anything at all?
If I did, I wouldn't have left.
You know that getting divorced at your age is the end for you, right? Who do you think is gonna want some old woman who can't even be a proper housewife?
I don't plan on relying on someone else.
Fine, let's get divorced. You useless hag. And don't crawl back here crying either.
Andy, it's been a week already. Have you signed the divorce papers?
Karen, can you give me a little more time?
More time? The divorce is decided already. All you need to do is sign the paper. Once you've done that, I'll come pick it up and submit it. There's nothing else you need to do. How we split the assets will be taken care of by the lawyer.
Don't you want to rethink the divorce?
Huh? Last week you said you'd sign the papers, right?
I realize how difficult it is to look after my parents. I've changed my mind. Now that I'm by myself, I finally understand how much hard work you were going through. This is nothing like what I had to do when I was single. That was more just like helping them, not taking care of everything.
Well, it's been a few years since we got married. Looking after them was always going to get more demanding.
Man, they're both really selfish too, aren't they? If the diapers aren't a specific brand, they won't even put them on. It's hard to get them in the bath too. They can't move on their own that much, but man, do they still know how to talk. Look, I'm really sorry. I really put you through a lot.
It doesn't matter if you apologize, it's too late.
I promise that I'll help you look after them from now on. I definitely won't leave it all to you. So please, just come back.
No.
Please! I'm begging you. At this rate, I can't even go to work anymore. I've been using my paid leave since you left, but that will last forever. This is impossible on my own.
So why don't you put them in a home?
You're the one who said that we can't get a spot for them straight away.
I told you that we should look for one, but you stopped me. You're the one who left everything up to me and made me leave. You're the reason it was so difficult to look after your parents. You didn't do anything at all to help me. It is your fault.
I know that. That's why I'm apologizing. I really realize my mistakes. Nursing old people really isn't something one person can do. I'll make sure to make preparations for putting them in a home. So please, come back. Let's just give it another shot.
Look, I didn't leave because of your parents. I left because of your attitude and the way you spoke to me. I couldn't stand it. You left everything to me and did nothing yourself. All you did was go out drinking and spending money all the time. You barely even gave me enough to get by each day. And despite the fact I had my hands full with your parents, you told me that I better not slack off on the rest of the housework. So, how is it doing everything by yourself? Do you have time to get to all the chores?
I'm sorry.
My feelings for you kept getting weaker and weaker. Now, there's nothing left. It's at the point where even the good times we had together are stained by how bad you made me feel. I can't think of anything except divorcing you.
You're right. I've been acting really badly towards you recently. But I promise, I'll treat you much better from now on. Just like when we just got married, I'll treat you really special.
This coming from the person who became cold and distant as soon as we got married? I lied to myself and tried to keep our married life going. But even then, you told me that you married me just because I had some experience looking after the elderly. That was your plan the whole time, wasn't it? Marry me and force me to look after your parents instead of you.
You're wrong! I promise that's not the case.
Then why did you marry me? Because I happened to have saved a bunch of money while I was single? Because you thought I was just some discarded woman that would do whatever you said for a chance to get married?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I promise I'll change. Just don't leave me. Come back to me. Karen, please.
I can't trust even a single word you say. Everything you say and do is just an act. Remember, I'm just some useless old woman, right? I can't be of any use to you, right?
I was wrong. I'm the useless one. I'm really, really sorry. I was wrong. Please forgive me.
If you've got the time to send me these texts, why don't you use that to do the housework? Go ahead, you can make time for everything. That's what you said, right? Don't think I'll forgive you for saying all of those things to me when I complained about needing help. Even if you come crying, I'll never help you ever again. Since then, I got ready to take the divorce to court. But my husband contacted me and told me that he signed the papers. And I was able to get the divorce without any problems. He must have finally realized that no matter what he said, I wasn't coming back. The assets were split between us, and I was finally able to get away from that family. I felt so relieved. After that, my ex-husband apparently looked for a nursing home and even hired an in-house nurse. But he still had to continue to look after his parents once he came home from work, and the stress took its toll, and he ended up collapsing and being taken to the hospital. He only contacted me one time to ask me to bring him some things while he was in the hospital. But I pretended not to see it and didn't reply. Once, about a year after the divorce, I walked by his house where I used to live. The front lawn was completely overgrown, and the house gave off a sense that no one lived there at all. I have no idea what my ex and my former in-laws are doing now. But since whatever they may be doing has nothing to do with me, I don't care to even find out. After the divorce, I went back to live with my parents and recover from the stress that built up while I was married. Now, I'm working at a company started by one of my superiors from a company I used to work at. Although it's busy, each day feels full and I am satisfied. If I hadn't divorced my husband, there's no way I'd be able to live such a carefree daily life. I'm scared to think of what would have happened if I had remained living as I was. My ex-husband never wanted to spend money on care for his parents or for anything we might need in the house. I'd probably be looking after them in those miserable circumstances until they passed away. I'm really happy with how things are now, and from now on, I'm going to focus on caring about my family and those around me who care about me.